everybody, my name is Lauren Ryan. I'm going to be doing Milltown movement with you over the next few weeks. You guys are well used to being out and about, playing golf, lots of activity, and now that's been completely reduced, and it's really important to keep movement going through the body, through the hips, your spine, shoulders, so when the golf course does reopen that you're able to just get straight back into it without feeling stiff and tight. We're going to take it nice and gently for the first session this evening, and then gradually, making it a little bit harder. For some of you, this might be quite difficult, and then if that's the case, you just have to kind of take it a bit easier or step back on some of the exercises if you can't do them. And then for those, you might find this actually okay, but that doesn't make a difference. It's all about just getting movement in, staying fit, staying healthily, not for your physical well-being, but as well for the mental well-being. I think we all know that at the moment, that it's really important to keep some sort of movement going. So this will last about half an hour. I'm going to be working from the top of the head all the way down to the tip of the toes, working through hips, spine, also some core work in there as well, and maybe trying to get the heart rate up a little bit towards the end, but nothing too much, okay? So first of all, we're going to start with the spinal roll down. So spinal roll down obviously works through the spine. So you want to start with your feet hip distance apart, arms by your side. Initially start nice and tall, okay, keeping the belly button pulled into the spine. You want to tuck your chin into the chest and roll down towards the floor. Bending the knees slightly if you need to, bringing the hands towards the ground. When you're down here, I just want you to rock from side to side, releasing any tightness you might have through the lower back. Nice and gently. Good. Now stopping here, we want to start the roll up from the base of our spine, stacking the base of the spine, the middle, the upper, to roll the shoulders and lift the head. Good. Now we're going to do this again, but just take it nice and gently. Arms by your side, tuck the chin into the chest, roll down towards the floor. Take your time, nice and gently. Again, let's rock from side to side, ever so slightly on the lower back, just releasing any tightness you might have there. Stopping at the bottom and then gently roll back up. This time when we come over here, you're going to slide your right hand down the right leg and back to standing. Nice and gently slide the left hand down the left leg and back to standing. This is called lateral flexion, so side bends and up. We want to make sure we're not going backwards and we're not going forwards either, just to the side. Ear in line with the shoulder, shoulder in line with the ankle. Once more each side, big reach, big stretch down the left side, back to standing, and again to the opposite side. I'm just moving my position around so you see me from different angles. We're going to go into one more spinal roll down, tuck the chin into the chest, all the way down towards the floor. Good. Now keep the right hand facing towards the ground and just bring that left hand up towards the ceiling. And then bring the hands back together. Keep the left hand facing towards the floor and the right hand up towards the ceiling. Once more each side and twist. So bringing the left hand into the air, right hand towards the floor, and then switch again, left hand towards the floor, right hand up towards the ceiling. Take your time now, stacking the lower part of your spine, middle, upper, to roll the shoulders and lift the head. Excellent, guys, nicely done. Okay, so we're going to move on to a little bit of lower body now. This one's nice and gentle, okay, so just take your time. You're going to have the left leg straight, you're going to drive your bum backwards, and you're going to reach towards your left shoe, stand tall, big circle through the shoulders. Okay, so from a different angle. Reach for your left shoe, hold for a few seconds, stand tall, big circle through the shoulders, palms facing outwards. Hips go back, reach for your shoe, hold, stand tall, palms out, circle the shoulders. Two more. You'll see my knees are staying nice and close together, driving my hips backwards, and stand and circle. And once more on the left side, stand and circle. Good, let's switch sides now. Left or right heel on the floor, right toes up towards you. Drive the hips backwards, big reach for your right shoe, and stand and circle. Hips go back, reach for the shoe, stand and circle. Palms out, really good for shoulder mobility. 3 more on this side. Reach and stand. Feel that in the back of the legs. If you're losing balance, bring the leg out to the side a little bit more. Good. Once more now. Excellent. Okay, now for the hips. So you're going to have your arms out in front like so. I want to get you to bring the knee up to the shoulder, up to the elbow, and lower slow. Knee to elbow, lower slow. Like a bit of a march. We're opening up the hips. Take your time. 6, 7, 8, 10. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to go back into those in a minute. We're just going to do a step back exercise. So hands in front like so, and just take a step behind. Little bend in the knee, bringing your knees towards the floor, feet back together, and switch. If you're losing balance, bring the leg out to the side a little bit more. Good. Take your time. If you can only get to here, that's perfect. Bring the feet back together and then go back with the other leg. Okay, so whatever movement you're able for, take it completely at your own pace. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, back up to our high marches. Arms down in front. We march for 16. Now try to bring the knees up as opposed to bringing the hands down to the knees if you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, some shoulder work now. Keep the arms locked out, and we're going to do big circles through the shoulders. Like you've got hula hoops on your hands, and you're trying to keep them there. Circles. We're going to go for another 30 seconds. If it gets too hard, just release the arms for a few seconds, and then we go again. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now the tricky part is going backwards or the opposite direction. Get nice and warm now. Big circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, so if you have a stool or a bench, you can even do this to a couch. We're just going to do some toe taps. This is really good, again, for the lower body. So I'm going to have my bench or a stool or chair in front of me, and I'm going to tap for 1, 2. Get the knees nice and high, okay, directly up to the bench. 10 more. 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so continuing on with our chair, you're going to hold it in front of you like so. Up nice and tall. Keep the left leg on the floor. Bring the right leg all the way out towards the side. So you should feel this along the side of the hips. And if you can only go so high, that's fine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, switching legs. Okay, up nice and tall, out with the left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so moving on to some squats now. If you need to hold on to your chair, you can. So if you're going to hold on to the chair, you'd hold on to it like so. And we're just going to keep our feet flat on the floor, drive the knees nice and wide and stand. Okay, if you're able for without the chair, arms out in front, knees wide and stand. Making sure we're not coming on the tippy toes. Want to keep our feet completely flat and keep our chest up as if we're going to sit on a chair and stand. Okay, 6, 5. You can also cross the arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going to go into one more round of those. We're going to take a bit of a break by doing an upper body exercise. I want you to cross your arms over your chest like so. So this is kind of the movement you do when you're golfing, okay? Rotation through the upper back. Keep the hip bones facing forwards. I want you to bring your left shoulder all the way out towards the left side. And then back to center. And then right shoulder all the way out towards the right side. And center. Go to wherever your mobility allows you. 6, we're going to go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Back into our 10 squats. Arms out in front or cross over or hold on to your chair for 10, 9, 8. Breathe. 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. And last one. Excellent, guys. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to pop the chair aside. We don't need that anymore. And I'm going to get you to come down onto the floor or your mat or carpet or whatever you're working on at the moment. So, now we're coming into a little bit more Pilates exercises. Okay, movement through the spine, upper back. And this bit is a bit more technique based, but it's going to really stand to you. So, I'm going to get you to have the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hip bones. So you're on all fours, okay? We're going to move through the spine now. We're going to round our back up towards the ceiling, as if you're trying to push your hands through the floor. And then nice and gently, you're going to bring your belly button towards the ground and lift the head. You'll see my arms stay completely straight. I don't rock back and forth. We're just moving through the spine. Round up. And sink down. This is tricky enough, okay, so take your time, especially if you've never done it before. Rounding up through the spine. And sinking down. 2 more. Inhale, round up. And sink down. Well done. Last one. And sink down. Good. Bringing yourself back to a neutral spine. This is excellent for the lower back and the core. Okay, so you're going to lift your left hand and the right knee. It's a little bit tricky. Don't try and lift both left hand and left knee, you'll fall over. So opposite hand, opposite knee. Okay, and I want you to reach for something in front and allow the hand and knee to tap the floor again. Stabilize yourself. Reach forward. Tap and hold. Okay, so you're lengthening the hand and the leg while keeping your back really flat and keeping the core really strong. Keep that belly button pulled into the spine. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, switching sides. Take a few seconds here, okay, to make sure you're in a good position. We're going to have the right hand and the left knee off the floor now, okay? Hover the right hand, left knee. Now I want you to reach for something in front and allow the hand and knee to tap the floor. And reach. Take your time here, okay? Even if you're only getting a few in, or you're just kind of figuring out how to work, that's fine. 3, 2, reach for something in front and behind. Keep the belly button in. 2. And 1. Excellent stuff. Bring the feet together, knees wide, sit back onto your heels, and hands go forward. Head resting on your mat or on the carpet or whatever you're working with this evening. Good. Coming back onto all fours again, moving on to an exercise to loosen out the upper back. Okay, if you have a tight upper back, you can often feel that in the lower. Okay, so you want to make sure our whole spine is nice and loose. So, I want you to bend your left elbow, get that right shoulder in the direction of the floor. You're reaching in underneath, and then I'm going to bring that right arm into the air, and then twist in. Right shoulder in the direction of the floor. Right arm into the air. My left hand stays there. I'm just bending the elbow coming down, straightening the elbow coming up. 2 more. Twist in. And open up. And twist in. And open up. Good. Let's switch sides. So, we're going to bend that right elbow to get the left shoulder in the direction of the floor. And then left arm into the air. And twist in. And open up. 3 more. Take your time. Last 2. Last 1. Good. So we're going to do a little bit of core work now. If some of you find this too hard, you can just keep it down on the knees. Okay, we won't do it for that long, but it is good to work on a little bit of core stability. So we're on all fours now. Step back with the left leg and back with the right. Okay, this is called plank. Okay, tucking the tailbone in, belly button pulled into the spine. We're just going to hold for 20 seconds. Inhale and exhale. Feet hip distance apart, hands underneath the shoulders. I'm in a nice block and strong position. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop to the knees. Sit back onto your heels into your child's position. Good. Okay, forward onto all fours again. We're going to go into that plank again, okay? Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip bones. Just to begin with, step back with the left and then back with the right. From here, we're again going to hold for 20 seconds. Keep the belly button pulled into the spine. Breathing. Inhale and exhale. 10 seconds more. 3, 2, and 1. Got good. Drop down onto the knees. In your own time, guys, I'm going to get you to turn onto your back. Okay, so we're going to be lying down. Okay. So we're going to open up the hips. I want you to straighten the left leg, okay? And then grab the right knee and just pull it in towards the right shoulder. And while we're here, we'll do some circles through the ankles. Good, switching legs, straighten that right leg. Pull the left knee in now towards the chest. And again, circles through the ankles. We're going to go for 2 more each side. Pulling a little bit more each time. And switch again. Don't forget to do rotations through the ankles, getting movement through the ankle joint, even if it is a little bit more restricted. And then once more, now to the right, pull the knee in and circles. And last time to the left. Good, okay, so we're going to do a Pilates core exercise here called single leg kicks. Now if you're feeling in your lower back at all, just don't extend the legs so far towards the floor. So you're going to have your palms facing down. I want you to lengthen through the crown of the head, okay, keeping the chin ever so slightly into the chest, pulling the lower back into the mat, or push your lower back into the mat, belly button in towards the spine. You're going to lift your left leg to tabletop and right leg to tabletop, okay? On the inhale, fully extend left leg to floor, exhale to center. Now if you're feeling the lower back and you can only go to there, that's absolutely perfect, okay? So you got to go wherever your movement allows you. The most important thing when you're doing this is that you stay really stable through the core and there's no gap in between the lower back and the floor. I sometimes get my clients to pop a towel underneath there. Okay, so they put a towel underneath here so they can push into it a little bit more. We're going to go for 6 more. Inhale to exhale. Inhale, exhale, center. Inhale, exhale, center. Keeping the feet at tabletop. I want you to place the hands behind the head and the head is heavy, elbows wide. We're going to go into 10 bicycle here. Bringing the left knee to the right elbow, fully extending the left leg or right leg and back to center. Left elbow, right knee, fully extend the left leg towards the floor. And switch. Four more, guys. Stay with me. You're doing well. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Grab onto the knees. Allow the head to come towards the floor and pull the knees into the chest. Two more. Lift the bum ever so slightly off the floor. Excellent. Placing the feet back on the ground. We're going to do that all once more, okay? If you found that bit a little bit too hard, what you can do is you can just lie here for about a minute and a half, just focusing on your breathing, and then you can join in the cool down, okay? So, palms facing down, chin into the chest slightly, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, no gap in between the lower back and the mat. Lift the left leg to tabletop and right. Inhale, fully extend left leg to floor, exhale to center, or go to wherever your capability is this evening. Making sure you inhale and exhale when you bring the knee back up. Inhale, lengthen, exhale to center. So the legs are the extremities, you're working through the core, you should never feel the quads burning, and you should never feel anything in the lower back, okay? If you're feeling the lower back, you can also just hold. This is a very strong core position, okay? Gonna go for 6 more, those that are able for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Keep the feet at tabletop. Place the hands behind the head. The head is heavy. There's no strain in the neck. Elbows are wide. Inhale, left knee to right elbow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Hug the knees into the chest and just rock from side to side. Okay, well done. I want you to make your feet nice and wide, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to allow the knees to come all the way towards the floor on the left side. Hold for a few seconds. Feet flat and knees all the way towards the right side. Don't worry if they don't hit the floor, okay? This is releasing the lower back, but also internal, external rotation of the hips. Allow the knees to come all the way towards the left side again, and then to the right. Focusing on your breathing. Just going to go for 4 more, 2 more each side. And last time each side now, guys. Good. Fully extend the left leg. I want you to get the left hand and use it to pull the right knee across the body without completely rolling over. Okay, you want to keep the chest open. So my chest is open, my right arm is all the way out towards the right side, and I'm stretching the right side of my body here. If you can't go down towards the floor, that's okay. That's normal. Okay, just do whatever you can. And switching sides, use the right hand to pull the left knee down towards the floor. Open up the left side of the upper body. Once more now each side. And switch again. Great stuff. Okay, so I'm going to get you up into a kneeling position. If you rather have your legs crossed, you can, or you can be kneeling like me, whatever feels most comfortable for you. So we're just going to do some lateral flexion through the spine. I want you to place your right hand on the floor, okay? And then get the left arm and reach it up and over. So I'm stretching out the whole side, the left side of me. Try to keep that arm straight, that goes over. And back to center. Now place the left hand on the floor and reach over with the right. Good, switching sides. Last one. And once more each side. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to get you to turn over onto all fours again. So you'll be in this position here. You're going to bring the knees a little bit further back. You're going to bring your chest all the way down towards the floor. And you're going to push up into Cobra extension. Now go to wherever your movement allows you, like I said. You might only be here, that's absolutely fine. Pop onto your tippy toes, okay? And you're going to push into downward dog. Head through the arms. Weight on the heels. Really strong position. Keep the belly button pulled in. Forward into your plank. Drop to the knees. Again, bring the chest to the floor. And push up into your Cobra. Shoulders back and down from the ears. Tippy toes, downward dog. Head through the arms. Forward into plank. Once more, knees to floor, chest to floor. And push up into Cobra. And tippy toes, downward dog. Forward to plank, knees to floor, and sit back. So that was your Milltown movement. This